What's up, guys? It's your girl, Mikkel Rose, and welcome to Iconix Radio. This is going to be an amazing, extraordinary, guys, breathtaking interview. Get ready. We have the amazing, the one and only Mr. Trill, all of that.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
How you feeling?
Fantastic.
The people yelling in the back, y'all calm down. Hold on, we're gonna get to you. Yes. How are you feeling today? A day in the life of Trill. Whoa.
I'm feeling great. You know, it's going off for like maybe 14 hours of grinding.
Yeah, and like 2 hours of sleep. Look. Whoa, we're talking about you're a serial entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You're a recording artist. You're a manager. You have multiple companies. You have artists. You're like the plug, okay? It's like you have so much going on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you play a really big part of the culture.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, that coming from you and Anthony is honorable.
Oh, stop it, Stop it.
You know, coming from the icons on Iconix Radio. Yeah.
Well, one thing we're definitely known to do is bridge the gap and bring icons of the next generation, our generation, to our platform. And man, we got the boss man in here today, guys. So we're about to have a lot of fun. You are you're so exciting to know, because anybody that meets you, it's like you got something for everybody.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to be more on the eclectic side of life.
Yeah.
Not only when it comes to genres of music, but with people as well.
Right.
You have to be able to talk to the bum on the street and the CEO in the boardroom.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. And he all that. Like, I'm talking about this. This guy is so amazing. And I want to go all the way to the beginning of Trill's life, because your story, I can only imagine, is just gonna blow some socks off. So let's get this party started. Now, first, who is Trill? Like, who are you?
Well, I started out first as being Dread Monster Savage. It's a long story. You know, we'll try to fast forward it.
Okay.
Back in high school, I started rapping, and I had dreadlocks at the time.
Okay.
And I had dreadlocks. They were long enough, lowers my chin, actually.
Nice.
And through high school, battle rapping, doing different shows.
Yeah.
And then I got into this condition to where I lost all my hair. So that's when I became Trill. Trill was birthed. Let's see, what year? About 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
nice.
when Trill was birthed, and the actual meaning is Illustrated Trilogy of Neil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Illustrated Trilogy of Neil.
Yes.
Huh. So one thing that tells me about you is there's something special about every single part of you. Like every little inch of your story got a meaning. Yes. I'm here for that. Where are you originally from?
Pensacola, Florida, P-Town.
What's up, Florida?
Home of Roy Jones Jr., Derrick Brooks, Emmett Smith.
Yeah. Okay. Trill growing up, let's say elementary, going into middle school, what was it like for you as a kid? Because you have such an entrepreneurial spirit and the go-getter spirit. Like, it was birth like somewhere. So let's talk about elementary, middle school. What was it like for Trill?
Well, during that adolescent time, watching my parents grow up, they worked for themselves.
Oh, wow.
So they were doing more of the interior design.
Okay.
So they were doing wicker caning, drapes, slip covers.
Was your room lit?
Yeah, of course.
Like, okay, so let's talk about Trill room. Like, what was your room like going to come? Now, what did you have? What was it? The little wheel cars, little what is it? Come on, a little fast.
The Hot Wheels.
You had Hot Wheels, all of it. Come on.
Hot Wheels,
okay.
He-Man,
what was your theme in your room?
More of movies.
Really?
Like movie themes.
Okay.
Movie posters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the theme mainly.
Okay.
A big He-Man fan. Mm-hmm. You know, that's back in the day.
Look at him. He-Man. Oh my God. They got BFFs in the room, y'all. Come on. Okay. So He-Man, and so really you were able to enjoy being a kid. Would you say that?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, watching my parents grow up and they're hustling.
Yeah.
That's what spawned my creativity with my brand.
I love it.
In elementary school, before I got into middle school, I was creating my own hats.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Nice. So you creating your hats. You have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 3 other brothers
Yay.
and 2 sisters.
Hey, y'all. Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about y'all later. No, just kidding. Okay, so you became a creator at a very young age. So you're making your own hats, like people buying you out. Was you like selling them at the house, at school, at your locker? How was you doing it? You was hustling.
Just word of mouth right there at the school from hand to hand.
Okay.
Yeah, ground level guerrilla marketing.
Come on now. What was the name of your product at that time?
It was Trill Wear.
Trill. Wow. Trill Wear. Okay. So you're growing up, you have this business going, you get to middle school. What is it like there? Like, what's happening?
Middle school was crazy. I got into music and then I fell back into sports. So I went to the Junior Olympics for shot put during that time.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was very tough. I was up against competitors that looked like they were not my age.
Right.
So I took it as cheating.
Wait a minute. I was just like, why you say that was cheating? Because you just felt like, okay, y'all just added me in this, like.
Thing is, the guy that I was competing against, he was like almost 7 foot tall, and he had a mustache. So I was
like, come on. Oh, it was like one of them.
Yeah. He
was like, what? Who daddy is this? Somebody come get that daddy. Oh, wow. So you start off as a young entrepreneur. Then you become a junior Olympic. Like you're in the Junior Olympics. Yeah. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about a journey.
I have a lot of medals. I just competing.
Yeah.
At as you say, the novice level, I was cool as far as running the 150-yard dash and the 4x400 relays. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
See, y'all learning something about you. Y'all ain't know.
Nah.
Only here on Iconix Radio. You're going to get this. I love that. So now everybody knows you're an entrepreneur, like you're a go-getter, you making like record-breaking accomplishments at such a young age. Obviously your parents, your family is proud. Everybody go, ill true, yelling your name. Yeah. It's like you back in between like the spotlight of sports, also as an artist at this time as well. Yes. Were you writing your own music?
Of course.
Come on.
That was the only way, you know.
Who was your inspiration at that time?
My dad, John Cousy Harris. He's a legendary funk artist of the Brothers Unlimited. Yeah, and my mom, she actually sung background for Al Green as well. So that's where more of my that's where more of my musical background came from.
We just made my grandmother's life right now. My grandmother gonna see this like, what? Al Green? What? Where you at? Somebody get Al number. Okay.
I know, right?
She loved, and listen, I didn't find, because, we was raised, Baptist, so my grandmother kept us in church. I didn't find out that my grandmother was an Al Green fan until 2020. I'm like, you ain't planning on checking out of here no time when you telling me about Al Green.
Oh, wow.
Just like, Al Green is her jam. Like, that's who. And I'm like, okay. Now I know. I finally broke that bridge of man, who is your R&B hits, man? Because, it was always like,
So what was the jam that sparked it? What was the Al Green song that sparked you knowing that she loves Al Green?
It was Love and Happiness.
Oh,
it was Love and Happiness.
The classic.
Yeah. And I was like, let me find out. My grandmother used to be in the club rocking to Al. Like, we was in church for a long time. Let me find out. That's all I had to do was put a little Al on. It was on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Al Green, your mom's some background for Al Green.
Yes, Matt.
Your father is a musical legend as well. So music is in your blood.
Absolutely.
Wow. On top of everything else. So let's go into like, okay, you about to graduate. You have so many things you've done. What was on your mind like for graduation? You like, okay, life is about to switch up. So what am I going to do? What was it like?
During that time, my condition fully set in.
Okay.
And I was still like unknowingly not knowing what was going on.
Okay.
So it was very difficult at that time. I did have dreadlocks still, but they were falling out. So it kind of looked like Stevie Wonder by the head. You would see scalp and it was dreads hanging.
Right.
So eventually I had to cut it off.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like a transformation period. Yeah, during that time.
If you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your condition so people can kind of understand?
Okay, my condition is called alopecia universalis, which is total body baldness.
Okay.
Been like this for 22 years now.
Wow. Okay. You, and I mean this with all due respect, you wear it so well. And you're changing lives with your story. And you're doing a lot in the community as well.
Absolutely.
So you didn't just stop. So when I say this guy's a go-getter, y'all, ever since I heard his name, I have yet to stop seeing it everywhere. Like, I'm like, Trill Neal. I'm like, wow. So you've been a go-getter all your life. You're graduating. You're going through this, obviously, very pivotal moment in your life, especially as a young teenager, right? Yeah. So where did your strength come from?
My strength came from, as you say, really just not thinking about it in its entirety and dwelling in it.
Wow.
Instead of embracing it, because it took a while though.
For sure.
It was very hard to talk about because I didn't understand it at first.
Okay.
I'm glad I did have my parents and friends and family that were there for me and that were there just to listen.
Yeah.
It became very difficult for me to even talk about, what happened.
Did you ever put that into your music at a point in time?
No.
Okay.
I do have a book that I am writing and I'm getting ready to finish it up.
I love it.
That I would, put that energy more into it.
Yes. Yeah. We want to hear about that book. So when the book comes, y'all, we're going to let y'all know. We're going to keep you updated on that. So that's also great to know. Now, what would you consider your title right now? Like, because you do so much. Your music is good. Your DJing is good. Your entrepreneurship is like, what do you consider, like, what would you give your title? Like somebody say, what do you do? What would you say?
If we would pinpoint to one thing,
okay,
I would say CCO of High Pyramid Records.
There we go. Okay. Now you as an artist, right? Your music is very touching and it's deep.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your genre of music. What do you consider your genre as?
I feel my genre of music is more on the conscious side, spiritual side.
Yes.
I like to put like different healing vibrations undertones of my music.
Okay. To
where it reprograms your inhibition, to where it changes your trajectory of the way you think.
I love that. And I actually, in order for somebody to be able to even say that, it's like, like you have to have a mental discipline about yourself that you've actually practiced. Yeah. So let's talk about your influences. Like, who has influenced you to do what you do musically?
Musically,
Yeah.
Again, growing up, my dad was a big funk legend. So,
Yeah.
and then I listened to a lot of Jimi Hendrix.
There you go.
And, he was self-taught, so it
Yep.
was all about that entrepreneur spirit. Bootstraps, getting it out of the mud, and showing your own creative light on the industry.
I love that. I love that. Who are some of the artists that you've actually got a chance to work with?
Okay, Devin the Dude, ESG,
Yeah.
PT the Underboss. Who else? 99 Beats.
Nice.
Shouts out to 99.
What's up?
Shoot, who else? There's a slew of them.
I know you got a list because he left
really
me out. So I'm gonna tell you stop right there because we don't want him because he was like,
I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, so you named some major hitters like in the game, and even some of the artists that you have under your label. Let's talk a little bit about that because most artists, like once they start like as an artist, a lot of them are just comfortable there. Like,
absolutely.
Did you start off as an artist?
Yes.
When you got okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I started in that artist world, and then it got to where I wanted to know more of the business side, because that's just a small percentage of being an artist. And,
So true.
And within the industry.
Yeah.
So it got fairly easy to write songs and just create. So I wanted to tame that back office monster, which is the business side.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting about that? Because even the horror stories that we see on social media about all of the bad deals and all that, right? Some people, they still just stay. Like, they're cool. They don't have nothing to say. It's like, it's out there. This is what I did, whatever. What happened for you to say, you know what? I'm cool as an artist, but let me go a little bit deeper. What happened for that to awaken in you?
Watching things like you just explained, I see a lot of artists get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And to me, it's pretty much a double-edged sword. It's kind of like you're walking into the fire. You're knowing that they want to take most of your creativity, and then you give it to them, and then you reach a certain point in your career where you didn't think that you was gonna blow up, but they seen something in you, and now you've blown up. And you want to reap those benefits, but they spent all this money for you to recoup, and now you wind up with nothing. And a lot of artists, they're getting stuck in that 3 to 5 year contract to where they have to recoup. And some majors now go 3 to 5 years back. So when you do the math, that can be 6 to 10 years.
Wow.
Especially
if they shelve you during that time, you still owe them.
They're shrewd with the contracts.
Wow.
And you have major artists now. I feel that they didn't believe in themselves, and now they're starting to really be hot, and they're not making anything. They're not making anything. They don't own their name, which is very important for artists to trademark your name. Get the trademark for merch and get the trademark for all forms of music. You have to protect your brand, and a lot of people don't want to do that.
Right. Wow. That's so true. And again, guys, you hearing it from the stamp master, y'all. Listen, take notes, because these are some gems you definitely want to take heed of. So, how long have you been in the music industry?
I've been writing music since like the age of 9.
Okay.
It first started out, my dad entered my brother and I into it was a bank, and they needed a theme song. So he bought us you remember those Casio?
Come on now, you know.
It was the short,
man.
It was like maybe 14 key Casio keyboards. So we came up with
you got a witness back there.
I know Anthony.
He's like that one right there, yeah.
Hey, when you tap in the preset, I know you know. And we created a jingle, and we actually won off of it.
Whoa, okay. So, wait a minute. You you and your brother wrote a jingle for a bank.
Yeah.
And how old were you then? Because this is...
We're 2 years apart, so I was probably 8. He was maybe 10.
And you wrote a jingle for a bank?
Yeah.
What?
It was very short and sweet.
And you know what? A lot of times that's all you need.
But get this, though.
What?
I didn't want to do it. My dad was mad. He was super mad. Yeah.
What?
He was like, you didn't want to do it. My brother, he was all on board.
Yeah.
You know, this was our first project together.
Wow.
I didn't want to do it. And then I wound up, do this song, Neil. Like, and then I wound up doing it, and look what happened. And I didn't want to do it.
I could tell that you was probably one of the ones always like, I don't want to do it.
No.
Get your ass over here and sing the song like you need to sing the song.
No, I was more the quiet one. They'll tell you that. I was more the nonchalant ones. Like,
get over here, sing. I don't want to sing. Get over here. Wow, so that's just so cute. I love it. because even though you didn't want to do it, you did it, and then look. I mean, that's another historic moment for you. Like, your record is like long, man, and it just keeps growing. I'm steady finding out new stuff every single time every time I ask you a question, you got something for me. So here we go. So, then. Okay, so you're an artist. You're working on your own music. What was your first album that you dropped?
My first project that I dropped was Heat Check.
Okay.
And that was a slew of different records, but it was so, as you say, it was so super high octane and full of energy.
Nice.
And it came off as being angry in such of a way.
Okay. Okay, so basically I'm gonna have to listen to this to see what's going on. Because angry. Could you explain, like, how did that even happen? Because you are very high energetic. It's like when the party turns up, Ill is already in the middle of the flow turned up. Like, everybody else got to just join in. I'm so serious. It's like the party lit. Hey, where you at? Nigga, I'm in the middle of the flow.
I know, right?
I'm here for it. So, what is a good night for Ill Trill with your businesses? Because I know one time Anthony called you and like you was like, I'm on my way. I got to get this bus, and I'm like, a bus? Wait a minute, he got a bus too? I thought he was an artist. Or so what is a night? Mind you, I didn't say day. What is a night? What is a night in the life of Ill Trill Neil? Because you could get a call for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I go from the locksmithing world. I do have a stew bus. I have a partnership with A Bit of Advice. Yeah, shouts out to Joe Boy.
Wow.
We have a studio bus to where you can do podcasts, record, or you can play video game competitions. Yes, it's very cool.
Wow. And what's the name of that again?
The Stew Bus.
The Stew Bus. And you can book that here.
Yes.
Locally.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what a night of Ill Trill Neil is like.
Pretty much.
Then you get a call to be a DJ. What's that like?
Yeah.
You pumping up the parties.
Absolutely. Sometimes the nightlife, it really depends, sometimes a strip club, sometimes private parties.
Yes.
Sometimes private lagoons, like Belmar, Lagomar. Yeah. Fire.
You work a lot, also very closely and abroad, with a lot of important people in the industry. For example, we got a chance to actually meet you through Richard Dean Bartini. Shout out to Richard.
Shout out to Nation.
What's up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grunge cake.
Hold it down. P.O.P. Let me stop. Okay. So let's talk about you reaching out and abroad and bridging like the gap and building these relationships. Like, you build relationships, and I get that from you. You don't like, hey, what's up, business done by. No, you build relationships.
Yeah, you can't really be like that in life because You can learn something from any and everybody.
Yes, sir.
And I cherish my relationships with people.
Wow.
Because a lot of people, they cherish things, and that's not really the way life should be.
Big facts.
I reached out to Richard Dean for some PR work through my business partner, which is I have another production company, which is Try Horizon.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Shaheed. And,
right.
We did some research on PRs, and she came up.
Yeah.
And she's at the top of the food chain.
For sure.
Richard Dean is superior at what she does. She has the ear. She has the work ethic, and she's just an awesome individual.
Mm-hmm. Big facts. I can totally agree with that. I one thing about like you said, like meeting people and cherishing the relationships. A lot of people don't know integrity, like what it really means in this music business. Is so serious about, when you meet people, when you say something, you got to do it. Hold on to your word.
Yes. You have to be a person of your word.
Yes.
Because if not, that's really all that we have out here.
Facts. Big facts. Now your musical family, it didn't just stop at you. It fell to some of your other siblings.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Told you I was gonna get you.
My brother, they call him Dirkish Me. And,
right.
And, through the high school days.
Yeah.
I'm going from the rap concerts and rap shows to the drum and bass and things like that in the dance world, which was very was out there. Yeah, that's a whole nother party.
That's right.
Dealing with the techno, drum and bass,
right,
house world.
Come on now,
people in there flinging lights,
swinging from everything. I'm sorry. It'd be lit. Like, I just see a unicorn come and say, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So your brother, he was he doing something different from the rap? Was he going to?
He does drum and bass, house, techno.
Nice.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yes.
And he's actually traveled all around the world doing it. He partnered up with this group called Jewel B, which has a big documentary that came out because they was like the first, as you say, I don't want to say the name, but
okay,
it was more on the bisexual type group level.
I got you.
And they traveled the world. And
they versatile.
And they killed it.
What?
They killed it.
Are they still like active and out right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Called Your Majesty.
All right. We're gonna have to check them out later. I love that. Any other siblings partook into the musical world?
I have a little brother more into the cinema side, but he raps too.
Nice.
I'm more of that amp form. I'll have a beat and I'll send it to him with my vocals on it. He's like, man, I gotta put a verse on that too.
I love that.
Yeah. So we took his voice, cut up his verse, and I made a chorus out of it. And that song we actually did with Boneface, who is Mike Bless brother, who's doing a lot of the country Wayne skits right now. Right. And he's starring on the show with Remy Ma. I can't think of the name of it.
Nice.
But shouts out to Mike Bless.
Nice. Oh my God. Okay, so you have a family of entertainers, musicians, just everything.
Yes.
And it seems to me that everything that you're doing right now, or everything you've learned over the years, you're now putting all that into your businesses and your artists as well. Yes. And I love that. Let's talk about a little bit about what Trill has going on, like right now in the making, where people can go and hear your music and see what you got going on, because you got a movie or something.
Yeah.
Some movies you're part. Like I want to try to give you guys as much as I can, but it's almost like talking to Diddy. Like, you just gotta think of it as it come along. It's like, I don't know what else not to ask you. But you're working, you're partnering with some and a movie. Like, let's talk about these movie productions you're working on.
Absolutely. So I'm associate producer with Elmore Vision. We have a movie coming out titled Gutter that comes out January 18th.
Nice.
22 of next year.
Yeah.
Which we can't wait. Right now, we're filming Platinum, which is pretty much a spinoff from that movie. And they're 2 weeks into shooting. So we probably got another 2.5 weeks of shooting. My brother and I, we scored the first movie as we're scoring this one as well. So I create, different shells to where we can go and tackle each scene and encompass the energy of the actors.
I love that. I love how you started off initially watching your parents, right? Like work, build a beautiful family and foundation for you and your brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
And then all the way into now, like it's still in the family.
Yes,
it's still in the family, and I'm here for that because you all are successful in what you do. And so thank you for bringing your life and your love and your compassion to us, because your story is just so amazing. I want to talk a little bit now about what you give, because again, your story. You work with foundations as well. Let's talk about some of the foundations that you work very closely with.
Yeah, so the first foundation is NAF, which is the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, which pertains to my condition and helping build morale, charity, fundraisers, things like that, to find a cure for this condition. It's an autoimmune condition to where our body feel that the hair is bad for us. So our body fights the hair. I've been with that organization for about 5 years now. I met someone with a mutual condition, and theirs were more self-inflicted. Which means that this person is a female, and self-inflicted is they were gluing hair in their heads. So that brought about the alopecia for them.
Okay.
So they reached out to me, and she introduced me to the people of the organization, and it's just been a great relationship from then on, because we all advocate. We do fashion shows every year. That person is a designer. Her name is Sharice Gregory, All For You Boutique. And I'm so thankful that she even introduced me to the organization, because now we do have a bill on the table with a number on it, to where we're going to have wigs and things of that nature provided through Medicare and Medicaid. So that's a great thing.
Yes, let me just clap my hands in advance. Yeah. I love to hear stuff like that. I love to hear it, because it's a movement, and it's a movement that's going forward. And stop signs, block signs, whatever, like we go straight through that. Like nothing can stop you. Absolutely. And anybody and everybody, when we post the information, please, go and support. Absolutely. Go and support. So we definitely want to get that information, whatever we can do. Let's best, make sure we can do our part. Okay? Absolutely. Yay. So, within the next 5 years, where is Trill Neal?
On his own island somewhere with my own jurisdiction and laws.
Come on. Listen, the man got plans, okay? And look, if you just happen to go in the backyard and I'm back there like, hey, look, don't worry, we just coming by to say hi.
Facts.
Listen, just pass us the Doritos and the salsa. That's all I need. Wow. So the next 5 years, you on the island? I mean, is that where you looking to kind of?
Yeah, because to be honest, I'm a people person, and then I'm not, so to speak, because people can be very rude and crude.
Big facts.
And judgmental.
Stamp.
And at times I get tired of hearing the sirens and just extra noises, and dealing with the pollution in the air.
I love that.
So I would much rather be in the country or to where, there's a lot of foliage.
Yeah.
And clean air.
I love that. And it's so true. It's so true. I know one thing that I have learned from just hearing so many stories, and also seeing you on Instagram and just on social media. everybody that you come in contact with, you always push them somewhere where they can fit in or somewhere that fits them. And that's a gift, right?
Thank you.
No, thank you. I would like to ask you, where does that compassion in your heart come from? Just like pouring in, because you have so much going on. You really don't have to. You got so much going on. You really don't have to reach out and reach.
That's true. That's true. My thing is, I'm a man who doesn't have an ego. So I'm like, we have to reach back and show the people the right way to do it. Unless if they don't know, they don't know. So it'll be a disservice to my peers and fans, abroad, to not share that information, even if I'm not asked about it.
Wow.
Yeah, we have gifts that God do give us, and we have to share them. That's the only way that we're going to be able to bless people, and we share them without wanting anything in return.
Now that's a gem. That's a gem right there. Thank you so much for that. Now, Mr. Trill, there are some, the youth is what we care about. We care about everybody, but the youth, the next generation, is coming up under us. They're sitting at home. They're watching you. They're always watching you on Instagram. They're seeing everything that you're doing. And they say, I want to be like him. I want to learn more about myself so I can be like him. What information or what inspiration would you give them?
Inspiration that I would give each and every one that's listening and can hear our voices is that just be genuine, be yourself. Don't be afraid to take chances. Make sure you do make infinite intelligent decisions whenever you possibly can. Hold yourself accountable. Accountability is huge. A lot of people run away from it.
Big facts.
Yeah, so that's very huge. Accountability. And being able to be criticized. You have to take criticism, even if it's good or bad. A lot of people think that word criticism is a bad word, and it's not. Especially when it comes to people that want to see you do better and be a better person. You have to be able to listen instead of listening to talk. Just listen.
Thanks. I love that. You rocking something? Dream Flights Internet. The man is a walking billboard, y'all. I'm telling you, just never know what you're gonna get. Let's talk about your fit. Well, like Dream Flights International. I know it means something.
Yeah, Dream Flights is a private-owned black jet company here in Houston, based out of the Woodlands. They have access to 4,000 jets worldwide that you can call and charter from anywhere in the country, and they're actually charity-based as well. Their dynamics is ground floor social innovation, in which they donate 2% of whatever you pay for your private jet flights to your to any type of charity, just whatever that's going to give back to the empowerment of any type of people, organization.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, see, you just never know. Mr. Trill Neal. Okay, so we like to play some games up here every now and then. But before I got you. But just so the people, I know that there's also some aspiring artists out there. What do you consider good music?
Music that I can listen to at any given time of day.
Okay.
Yeah.
No specific, just good music.
No, just good music. It can be rock, it can be pop, it can be country. Yeah, I'm just staying away from the gore music. I don't do the gore. That's the only one.
It's the only one, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all. Mr. Trill Neal is on Iconix Radio, and he says as long as it's good music. And that's what we play here. Yes. We play all genres of independent artists. So y'all heard from Mr. Trill Neal. Time to play a game. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, now, Mr. Trill, I just started doing this game. My other game, every now and then. But this one right here, my friend, This is gonna be lit.
We pulling cards.
We pulling cards. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So pull a card and pass it to me, and let's go. Nuh-uh, you can't look at it.
Look at it.
You can't look. Okay.
Almost did.
Here we. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. So on Boy Meets World.
All right.
What is the name? No. What is the crazy older brother's name? A. Sean, B. Eric, or C. Corey? You want me to say it again?
No, I think I'm gonna go with A.
It was B.
Oh,
that's all right, because he gonna go home and go watch Boy Meets World.
that was so back in the day. How old was I when that show was on? Man? Like,
oh man, I think I was like, oh man, I had to be like 9
years old.
Yeah, I had to be like 8 or 9. Boy Meets World, man, that was listen. Topanga, where you at? Topanga, let me stop. Okay,
she was racking the brain.
She was racking. Let's go. Here we go. Hopefully you get like a Martin one or something.
I know, right?
Let me see.
Martin.
Ooh. Okay. Here we go. You know what? Yeah. What 1993 science fiction adventure? What film was based on the book by Michael Crichton? A. Jurassic Park. B. Demolition Man. Or C. Stargate?
The question one more time.
Okay. What 1993 science fiction adventure film was based on the book by Michael Crichton? Okay. A. Jurassic Park. B. Demolition Man. Or C. Stargate?
I'm going with A on this one.
You got it. Come on. You better represent for the people in the back. Because we was like, oh, Jurassic Park. I ain't gonna lie. That was my jam.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. And do you remember Land Before Time?
Yes.
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry.
To this day,
Shut up,
anytime
Anthony.
you can put that on, I'm there.
Everybody
glued.
grab popcorn and be quiet.
I'm glued.
You glued?
Yeah.
One more. Here we go. All right. Oh, see, this is the one I like. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give you both of these because I know you got them.
Okay. Come on.
The first one is, in the 90s, what was originally used to access the internet? A, Google. B, American Online. Or C, AT&T?
American Online.
You know it. Come on, dial up.
They know nothing about that CD. Putting that CD in, y'all know nothing about it.
Listen, oh my God, look, we trying to help the people. It's easy. It's easy in these streets now, right?
Yes.
We got it made now. Okay, last one. What are scrunchies? A, candy. B, shoes. Or C, hair accessories?
I have 2 little girls, Nia and Niana. Shouts out.
Scrunchy King in the building.
Yeah, Scrunchy King. Trill Neil, the Scrunchy King. Let's go. I'm doing ponytails and all.
And all that. What? Shout out to your beautiful princesses. Oh my God.
Yes,
y'all.
yes.
This has been so amazing. I've had such an amazing time sitting here with the King Trill Neil, guys. If you did not get a chance to check it out, we have Mr. Omar Williams. His book is out right now. Awesome. Go and check that out, When Life Changes, the introduction. Guys, listen, Trill Neil, please let the people know, where can they find the King?
You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Trill Neil, ILLTRILLNEIL, or you can go straight to the website www.highpyramid.com or illtrillneil.net.
Guys, with that being said, it's your girl, Mikhail Rose. Send him Mr. Trill Neil, guys. The party ain't over. It don't start till 1 o'clock. I just need you. We got to catch you guys next time. Iconix Radio, Mikhail Rose. We are Izzy out.
Peace.